Well, thank you, Jack, for having us here in your beautiful office.
So, Del, it's really nice meeting you. And
Bonjour, Monsieur Zenon.
Bonjour.
So, Aaron, it's really nice to meet you. And hello, Mr. Edmund.
Scarlett.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
It has been said that next to hunger and thirst, our most basic human need is for storytelling. Khalil Gibran. May 26, 1976. The site plan for the Esplanade neighborhood is approved. Shortly after, construction begins. 40 years later, the Esplanade is one of the most vibrant and diverse neighborhoods in Toronto. In 2016, 200 neighbors celebrated the place they call home with Patchwork Village, a multi-phase project that tells the stories of 40 fellow Esplanadians. Each of these inspiring and moving stories is a component of an ensemble, a vital piece of a patchwork that composes the intangible cultural heritage of our Esplanadian community. The first phase of Patchwork Village was the creation of an outdoor photo text exhibit. The artist-led group of 20 participants interviewed and gathered stories recounted by 40 selected protagonists from the neighborhood. Each story was then transcribed and visually interpreted by photographer Charlie Lindsay. The group designed a migration concept for the exhibit to show that regardless how far each of us has come, here we are, together now. The portraits began scattered throughout the neighborhood and were brought closer together weekly until they formed a uniting circle in the final weeks of exhibit viewing. The exhibit was unveiled in May as part of the Contact Festival of Photography. The second phase of Patchwork Village saw the exhibit turned into live performances for Toronto Nuit Blanche in October with a series of solos. Under artistic guidance, participants created their solo based on a story that spoke to them, with the strong desire to bring it to life and share it with an audience.
My father taught me how to be a man.
Who am I? Where do I belong? How do I behave?
We should be able to hide our emotions sometimes and sometimes show who we are.
He stood up.
speak to the young about the past. And let the youth speak of their dreams for the future.
Together we sing, together we're growing. Freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
The intimate setup of the performance in a closed-in tent was surrounded in a park by live painting and screening of the 40 interviews which inspired each original portrait. More than 200 people were involved in the making of this project. Thousands enjoyed both the exhibit and the live performances. Patchwork Village touched many lives and even changed a few. A special thank you to the artists, participants, and volunteers who made this project such a success. Patchwork Village is the first step of a journey to the heart of our common identity and the richness of our cultural differences. Patchwork Village. A tale, a teller, and you.
It's very interesting that we are somehow authors.
We can create something together that we would not have been able to create alone.